Top 15 kicker rankings heading into Week 10. Number 1, Justin Tucker. Best kicker in the league. He gets his chances. He don't miss. And this week he's got New England. The weather might be a little crummy out there. But Tucker, he's still going to get his points and hit his field goals. So he's number 1. Number 2, Will Lutz. He's been a consistent kicker for many years now. And this week he's back home indoors. They got San Francisco. He's going to have many opportunities. The offense is rolling. The Saints are getting it going. So Will Lutz, I'm going to see him having a good game in this one versus San Francisco. So I put him in number 2. Number 3, Kyer Fairbairn. I've been talking about him now the last few weeks, and he's getting more opportunities. It seems like he's going out there and kicking a 50-plus yarder each and every week, and he's hitting them now. This offense has taken off since Bill O'Brien has been let go, and this week in a plus matchup is Houston at Cleveland. If the weather's not bad, Fairbairn, he's going to get a lot of opportunities to put up points, and he could give you a double-digit fantasy day from the kicker spot, and that's going to be huge. The 4th guy is Mason Crosby. He's been banged up the last few weeks, but Crosby's got a good matchup this week with Jacksonville coming into town for the Green Bay Packers. Last week we saw him put up double-digit fantasy points versus a weak San Francisco 49er team. And this week we're going to see more of the same, I think, from Crosby. He's got the 10 days to heal. That Packer offense is healthy, ready to roll. And I think Crosby, he'll get many opportunities. So I put him at number 4 at kicker. Number 5 is Matt Prater of the Detroit Lions. This week he's got Washington coming in. He's indoors with him also. It seems like every week he's trying a 50-plus yarder is Prater. And this week I'm not going to expect anything less. This game should be a mini shootout versus 2 teams who are pretty similar in Detroit and Washington. I think it'll be a close game. He'll get 3 or 4 chances lining up for field goals as Prater. So I like him as the 5th guy. The 6th guy, Zane Gonzalez of the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals offense, they're scoring a ton this year. And this week versus Buffalo and Arizona, you know it's going to be a track meet and a high-scoring game. We saw Gonzalez last week miss a field goal from 43 yards versus Miami to tie that game and possibly send it to overtime with under 2 minutes left, but he couldn't hit it. But Gonzalez, I like he kicks indoors. I like he's part of a good offense, and I like him this week to bounce back, so I got him as the 6th-ranked kicker. Number 7 is Jake Elliott of the Philadelphia Eagles. They go to New York this year. I know Elliott, he hasn't been that good in fantasy, but this week I just like the matchup. And I like where he's kicking. Elliott, he's also hit some big field goals over the years versus the Giants. Like a few years ago, he hit a 63-yarder to walk off the game and win it. And that was a big hit there. So Elliott, he hits big field goals. And versus the Giants, it feels like he always has a good fantasy game. So I got him at number 7. Number 8's Ryan Suckup. Last week, nothing was going right for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but Suckup did finish with 4 points in that game, hitting a 42-yarder. So this week, Tampa, they're going to score more. They're going to get more opportunities. It's a vengeance game for Tampa versus Carolina. They're going to try to make a statement after getting embarrassed. So Suckup, he's going to get a lot of chances and opportunities in this one. Number 9's Brandon Mcmanus of the Denver Broncos. It seems like he's a guy that lines up each and every week for a 50-yarder plus. And this week, he's at Vegas. It's indoors, which is a great thing for Mcmanus. I feel like his range is unlimited, and this week he's going to kick a good one, I say, is Mcmanus. So I got him having a big fantasy game where he could get you possibly double digits also as a kicker, and he's done that 3 or 4 times this year, and I could expect it another time. Number 10 is Jason Sanders of the Miami Dolphins. Sanders, he only missed 1 field goal the whole season, and he's been putting up double-digit fantasy points up most of the season as well. So Sanders, he's got the Chargers coming to town this week, and it's going to be a nice matchup for Sanders and the Dolphins. I don't think they're going to finish a lot of touchdown drives with the injuries on that offensive as well until they're going to take it a little easy with them and dummy down the playbooks. I think Sanders, he's going to have a lot of opportunities like he did last week where he had 14 fantasy points, and this week I could see a similar performance. So Sanders, I like him as the number 10 kicker. Number 11, Daniel Carson of the Las Vegas Raiders. He's been a pretty solid kicker this year. He's available in a bunch of leagues also, and I think he's going to get many opportunities in a game that's going to be a high-scoring shootout versus the Raiders and the Broncos. So Carson, I could see him getting a few opportunities, like I said. He could get you anywhere from 8 to 12 points, I believe, in this one. So go out there and play Carson. Number 12, Randy Bullock. He's back off by Bullock. He's been one of the better kickers of this year in fantasy, where he's had a couple double-digit games as well. This week he has Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh, they limit teams to field goals allowed. We saw last week with Greg Zuerlein and the Dallas Cowboys limited to field goals, and I could see this happen with Cincinnati, where they're not going to finish drives but still having opportunities for 40, 50-yard field goals. So I like Bullock in this one. Number 13 is Taiwa Bass, the young rookie of the Buffalo Bills. Last week he had another good fantasy day, and this week he's indoors at Arizona, and I think he could get you a decent game. Like I said, this game's going to be a shootout. There's going to be back and forth. There's going to be field goal tries and attempts. So Bass, I think he'll give you a good game. Number 14 is Cairo Santos, a division game versus the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football. It's going to be cold in Chicago, probably going to be windy. It's going to be a grinded out division game, a lot of ground and pound, and a lot of field goal attempts. And Santos, he's a guy, when he gets opportunities, he takes advantage of them and he hits. So Santos, he's had a couple double-digit games as well in the last month, and this week I could see him go for more here on Monday Night Football. So I got him ranked number 14th. Number 15th, Jason Myers of the Seattle Seahawks. His attempts have gone up over the last few weeks, where the Seahawks haven't finished drives off for touchdowns like they have early in the year. So Myers, he's still only got 6 field goals made on the season and about 26 PAT. So Myers, he had 12 fantasy points last week. This week, I'm going to say 6 to 8, where I see the Seattle Seahawks finishing drives off with touchdowns, but I still like him as the 15th kicker. So that's the top 15 kickers I got going heading into week 10.